Greetings from Boston. Welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron Knapp, and I feel so happy and, in fact, honored to be sitting here talking with you today. This channel means so much to me because it embodies what I believe is my life's purpose. The purpose of this channel is to help you become a happier person. The purpose of this channel is to help you be all that you can be during the course of this lifetime on this earth. The purpose of this channel is to help you tap your full potential in this life and to help you be the greatest person you can be. And in the course of doing that, I believe that I am going to become happier and I am going to become more of who I can be. So this will be a collaborative process. There's a lot more content coming. I'm going to be discussing a pretty broad range of issues, but again, they will all relate back to this essential purpose. So subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you like what you hear. And today I wanted to get right down to the heart of the matter, which is happiness. And I want to lay out for you 10 ways that you can become a happier person. 10 ways you can become a happier person. And some of these are just instantaneous in effect. In other words, you'll be able to do these things and you will become happier immediately. So let's get to it. The first way you can become happier is to exercise. Exercise produces happiness. It's that simple. It's a scientifically demonstrated link. So the exercise, particularly vigorous exercise, you'll want to do it for 15 to 20 minutes at least. But the exercise releases hormones called endorphins, and those endorphins reduce your perception of pain and increase your sense of well-being and satisfaction in the world. Runners call it a runner's high, which is that feeling of euphoria, which is, to be sure, a happy feeling. But for those of you who have exercised, you know what I mean, and you know the effect is absolutely immediate. So for those of you who are depressed right now, feeling dejected right now, and want some relief, go exercise. Put on your exercise clothes and push your body a little bit with some physical exercise for at least 15 to 20 minutes again and again. You will feel this effect immediately. It's sort of miraculous, but again, if you're feeling depressed, you want something to do right now, do that and you will feel happier. The second thing you can do to become a happier person also sort of rests on this link between our bodies, our external bodies in a way, and our internal states. And what you can do, this second thing you can do to become happier is simply smile. Force a smile onto your face. Organize your face in a way that reflects happiness. In fact, organize your whole body in a way that reflects happiness and good cheer and delight. Organize your body that way, and your internal states will follow suit. To some degree, they will follow suit. This has been scientifically demonstrated. Force a smile onto your face, and you will become happier. Now, if you're in a social situation, it'll be magnified by the fact that your smiles will inspire smiles from other people, and your kind of bright composure and posture will again inspire that from other people, and so the happiness grows in a mutually beneficial way. But even if you're alone, you can do this and you will experience increased happiness. The third way you can become happier is a little controversial, but I do believe it's true. If you are involved in politics and have very intense political views and are engaging in a lot of daily debate on Facebook or by other means about politics, and again, have very strong views, well, you can become happier by withdrawing from that daily grind of politics. I believe that. The French observer of 19th century American Alexis de Tocqueville once said that in politics, there's always a good foundation for friendship in mutual hatred. And that is sort of what the two parties in the United States are based on, right? Each one is sort of based on the mutual hatred of the other. Well, hatred doesn't produce happiness, folks. We need to participate in our democracy. I'm not trying to discourage you from voting, but there are scheduled times to participate. Doing it on a daily basis is taxing emotionally. You're going to get into personal conflicts. You're going to have a state that is not quite the fullest happiness that you can attain when you are engaging in politics every day. When Thomas Jefferson referred to the pursuit of happiness, he meant everything but politics. Politics is not the way to happiness, folks. Vote and fulfill your civic duty, but don't get involved in everyday political debates and topics, and don't get involved in it in a real continuous way if you want to attain maximum happiness, because doing that will impair your happiness. The fourth way to become a happier person follows on from this previous point about politics being based on mutual hatred. Well, better to get involved with a group of people who are coming together around a mutual love of something. So interact with like-minded people. For me, I love tennis. I love the game of tennis. I love particular players as well, but I love the game. I love to watch the sport. And I have fun and become happy when I interact with other tennis fans on YouTube, on Twitter, watching matches, debating certain topics, but it's not the kind of debate that you see in politics. Again, we're coming together around a mutual love, not mutual hatred. So interact with people that are like-minded in some way. Maybe that is another sport for you, or maybe it's knitting, or maybe it's reading mystery novels. These days, with social media and the vast internet that we have, you are going to be able to find groups of people that have come together around a mutual love of something that you're interested in. Interact with them, and you will increase your happiness. The fifth way you can increase your happiness and become happier is to learn a new skill. Learn a new skill, something that you've been meaning to do. Maybe your job and your family has prevented you from doing it, but work it out with your family, schedule it, tell them what you're intending to do. If, again, you have people like family members or other people close to you that are going to be impacted by the time that you spend on this new skill, well, just tell them, clear it with them, tell them why you're doing it to become happier, and commit yourself and do it. For me, when I was in my early 30s practicing law in San Francisco, I took on a new skill, which was card magic. I became fascinated with the idea of producing illusions with a deck of cards, and I practiced a lot, and I got to be really good at it. It produced happiness. I have another friend who is an older guy, 50, I think he's in his mid-50s, who started playing guitar for the first time in his life just recently, and he is deriving happiness from this new skill that he is learning. So learn a new skill. The sixth way to become a happier person is to clean and organize your external environment. Clean and organize your surroundings, your office, your house. The messier your house is, your office is, your surroundings are, the messier your internal state will be. Again, there's that connection. If you organize and understand where things are in your house and where things should be and where they can be found, and you've organized it and thought about it, it really does help produce a state of comfort and well-being and ultimately happiness. So if you're a messy person, turn over a new leaf. Organize your house. People hire people to do this, They pay people to help organize their house and their rooms and offices because it means that much and it's impacting their lives that much. I know as a lawyer, when the documents would start getting stacked up and the papers would be strewn around, it was hard to think clearly. It would interfere with essentially my happiness in doing these tasks. But when I cleaned and organized and dedicated some time to just, again, organizing the external environment, getting things filed away, I felt much better. It produced happiness. So clean and organize your external environment. The seventh way to become happier: make the people that you love happy. Or even make random other people happy. Do nice things for people. Again, force yourself to do it. You might not feel like buying your wife some roses. You might not feel like doing something nice for, I don't know, the homeless guy on the street. But if you force yourself to do it, if you force yourself to buy the roses, if you force yourself to, I don't know, go over to McDonald's and buy the homeless guy a meal for $3, which is not very much, you will feel happier. So make other people happy. Do things that are deliberately intended to make other people happy, and you will become happy in doing it. The eighth way to become happier. Now, this is kind of a touchy subject. Some of us have what are called toxic relationships. They might be a relationship with your spouse, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a sibling, maybe it's a parent. But they are toxic relationships. They are productive of unhappiness, of sadness, of anger, of frustration. And what you can do to be happier in connection with these types of relationships is to fish or cut bait. That is, address the problem head on and do everything you can to detoxify the relationship, or cut bait or abandon it. Now, you can't exactly abandon your parent if that's the toxic relationship. You can't totally abandon your sibling, but you can withdraw and you can lay off and you can just distance yourself. And it could be a friend. Over the course of my life, that's happened a couple of times with me. Basically, a friend becomes toxic and you have to withdraw and you have to kind of defriend in the modern lingo. Well, that's important. If you have a toxic relationship, you got to fish or cut bait. Deal with it head on. Do everything you can to fix the problem. Otherwise, cut bait, withdraw, break off the relationship, at least in terms of a consistent interaction. Break off the relationship. You will become happier. The ninth way to become happier is to get away. Take a vacation. It's something you can do immediately. Of course, you do have to plan it sometimes. You do have to organize it with your family. The best way to do it, particularly if you have a family with a wife and kids or other extended family maybe that you're living with or something, is to get away by yourself. And just plan it, explain to your loved ones why you're doing it, and do it. And you'll get perspective. You'll miss home. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You'll feel better. You'll want to get back home. You'll start to appreciate all the things you have at home. So that really works. I've done this a few times. My wife has been very kind about it, but man, it really does pay back. There is a real benefit to doing this. So if you're feeling trapped in your personal relationships, or if you're feeling just trapped in your job or whatever, get away. Get away by yourself. Appreciate a different environment, and in turn, appreciate what you have back in your home environment. You will be happier. And finally, the 10th way to become a happier person: forget the past. Reject the past. Embrace the present. Try to get into the present moment and appreciate all you have in the here and now. Some people do this by meditating. It's not necessary. Get into the moment. There is a lot of joy and happiness to be sort of siphoned out of the present moment. And brighten your future. Set goals. Set goals for yourself, and you will have those on the horizon, and they will make you happier. So those are the 10 things, 10 ways to make yourself happier. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think, and I will look forward to hearing from you, and I will look forward to speaking with you again and to helping everyone become happier, better, and in tapping the potential that they have. Have a great one. Be well. Bye-bye.